and darkest day and brightest night. We're talking about Green Lanterns tonight, this morning, or whatever time it is. Hey, we're pretty excited because it's going to be an interesting show. We're talking about DC Lanterns here today on Two Geeks and a Microphone.
Hello there. So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
I will talk first. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Two Geeks and a Microphone. I am your co-host, Mr. Steven Boster, along with the one, the only, the most greeniest dude wearing his Green Lantern stuff today, Mr. Mike Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Good morning to all you Green Lantern geeks out there.
Yeah, nice. All right, everybody. Did you catch the first episode of DC Lanterns? So we are going to talk about that here today, and it's going to be interesting. And we have totally 100% saved it for the podcast. So we haven't said anything about it. So I'm pretty excited about today. And Mike, any other introductory notes that we need to chat about?
I mean, you mean about the show, or you caught me off guard on that one.
Oh yeah, sorry. So if you're listening to the audio, everybody, Mike has his Green Lantern shirt on, and he also has his green ring on.
I just bought this Green Lantern shirt, by the way. I got it this week, specifically for this episode.
Nice.
My ring I've had for quite a while. It's just the plastic lantern rings that they came out with. I don't know. It was several years ago. DC was putting these out, and Fantasy Books put a bunch of them in their bubblegum machine. So,
nice.
So they had greens, oranges, whites, blacks, reds, yellows. I got several different colors because we went in there one day and I'm like, oh, I want a green one, you know? And we kept, I don't remember how much, I think they were $1. So okay. I think you need to put in 4 quarters, if I remember right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And this is Fantasy over in O'Fallon. So I had no idea I was going to tell this story, by the way.
That was a great story. I want to hear it. hear it.
So yeah, Brenda's like, I was like, oh man, you got any quarters? And she's like, yeah, I got some. I says, all right, let's see if we can get a green one. So he put in 4 quarters, and I don't remember what color, but it wasn't green. And I was like, okay. She's like, I got some more. And so we put in another 4, and then I got another color. And then I think we did it a third time. And then I got a third different color. Still no green, right? This little kid, probably, I don't know, somewhere 6 to 8 years old, he walks up to it, puts in 4 quarters, and he gets a freaking green ring. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So I think we tried it 1 or 2 more times. Still no luck. Didn't get a green ring. Well, then, what was it, like next week, I went over to the Belleville store, and I'm talking to Ashley, right?
Yeah.
And, yeah, shout out to Ashley at Belleville Fantasy Books. She takes good care of me over there. Anyway, and she took really good care of me this time because I was kind of bitching and moaning that I didn't get a green ring, right? And she goes, what? They're selling them over there? I go, yeah. She goes, hell, we're giving them away. Here. And she pulls out a box of them. She goes, take whatever you want.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I got the green that way.
Gotcha.
And then I took a few more. So I have several of them. I don't have all the colors, but I have several of them.
Yeah. Brenda says, I think we tried 6 times.
Yeah, something like that. It was crazy. So,
well, she said, yes, it was $1, but we paid more for the green one, more than that for the green one.
No, because I think I ended up getting it free from Ashley.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
what other colors do you have, or how many of them do you have of the others? Did you get
I know
one of each color?
Well, I know I have pink, I have yellow, I have red, I have black. I can't remember beyond that.
Yeah.
So orange. Oh, I do have an orange. Yeah. That's all I
Is,
could.
is it orange or orange?
Orange. and in honor of Green Lantern, I have
Oh, you're doing Liquid Death.
Liquid Death Lime, which is green.
Yes, that's my favorite one actually. The Severed Lime is
Severed
really,
Lime and Dr. Death are my two favorites. And then Megan scored 2 cases of Scream soda last night. Scream is her favorite. I like the Scream a lot too. It's really good.
Yeah, that's the cream soda one. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a
Yep.
good one.
That's
Yep.
a good one.
Brenda says you have gold and purple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I forgot about the purple. Is
Right.
it the gold one? I don't remember it being gold.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Right.
Well, and speaking of Brenda,
Yes, today is Brenda's my beautiful bride's birthday. So
yay! Happy birthday!
She is in the chat right now. So
yeah, happy birthday, Brenda. Hope you guys have a great day. Make sure, we're going to put Mike on the spot here. Mike, you have to do everything she tells you to do today.
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I'll probably be in trouble before I get out of this room.
Yep, probably so. Brenda says thanks. You're very welcome.
We did start off with gifts. I think I did pretty good. So
good. Okay.
I got her a dress that she's been wanting for about 2 months now, and she's refusing to buy it because she said it cost too much. So I went and bought it. Of course, I got her on clearance. Don't tell anyone.
Of course, she knows that now.
Shh, it's our secret. No one knows. It's just between you
awesome.
and me.
Okay, just between you and me. Okay, sure. Okay, that's funny.
And then I got her a game that I bought at the bazaar last week at Fantasy Books, which they do a bazaar once a year, which is kind of a yard sale for nerds, and they had a After Dark Family Feud game that I got, and I was like, oh, this is great. Brenda will love this. So I picked that up. And then last night I ran out and got her a case of Clearly Canadian. So,
oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to get rolling. Did we have any geeky news today?
I don't have geeky news, but I sure do have a geek dar.
All right, let's hit it.
With the radar, sir.
What's wrong with it?
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what? The what? And the what?
You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
It's not all easy.
Man, I can't wait for Spaceballs 2.
Yes, the new one.
Not the search for more money.
Correct.
The new
That's
one.
right. Yes. Well, let me share my geek dar. Well, maybe it's technically geeky news than geek dar. I'm gonna.
Well, if you had geeky news, you should have said that.
Well, I'm trying to figure if it's geeky news or not. So, but on my geek dar, here I'll share my screen so everybody can see. So there is a Ghost Warrior or Ghost Soldier, Ghost Soldier. Here, let me put it in there. The trailer just came out.
Never heard of this.
The trailer just came out this week, and it's Jim Caviezel who serves. It's the way the trailer looks is they're out in Wyoming. He's on this land and stuff, and he befriends a kid whose dad died in the military. He's living with his grandparents, but that property belongs to his dad. So really his, it's so the young boys, it's kind of his inheritance kind of thing. But of course there's this big corporate entity that's trying to get all these people to get off their land in Wyoming because they're going to take all this land to build and make billions. So it's the little corporate tyranny going on. And then it just shows Jim Caviezel do all kinds of John Wick, Jason Statham, Liam Neeson kind of action and stuff. And it looks really good. It comes out in November. I looked it up. It comes out November 6th. But this one is definitely going on my list because I've watched the trailer like half a dozen times already. And I joke with Kelly. I said, "Gosh, it's kind of fun watching Jesus beat up people."
Taking the turning the tables over to like the next level, huh?
Yes. Have you right? Yeah. There is a line in there. This guy invades his home and he comes out of this little bunker and he's like, "Boo." And he starts fighting the guy, and it looks a lot like John Wick / Jackie Chan kind of action. And but what's interesting, Jim Caviezel stops beating up on him, and the guy goes, "Oh, thank God." And he's like, how did he put it? He says something to the effect of, "No, don't thank God." And he goes, "Because you ain't going to meet him right now." And then he pulls the trigger. And the other line that's in it that's similar to Taken is, he goes, "I used to be the guy that would be responsible for taking out problems. And tonight, you're my problem. You're the problem," kind of a thing. So it looks, I think it'll be pretty good. So,
Sorry, I was trying to test something.
yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's it for that one. I'm excited about seeing the movie and all. So going
Nice.
from there.
I never heard of this movie. I'll have to check out the trailer and stuff.
Yeah, it just came out this week.
Cool.
So it reminds me of his show Person of Interest. If everybody has seen that show, I love that show where he plays an ex special ops guy in it, and sometimes he's referred to as the man in the suit in the show and stuff. So
Cool.
It's pretty good.
All right, I got a couple things for my Geekdar. I'm going to save the biggest for last, though. First off, I showed this to Steven the other night when we recorded our 5th episode of Lone Wolf playthrough, and
Yay!
book 1 that will be available on Ko-fi later this afternoon, or
Yep.
later this morning, whenever we get it up. Anyway, it should be up today. Let's put it that way. And then the audio will also go out to our Ko-fi subscribers. And then, of course, a month later, the video would be available to everyone. So, but if you want to see it now, go give us a shekel at Ko-fi. Anyway,
Yeah.
Shameless plug there. So I mentioned the bazaar at Fantasy last week, the yard sale for nerds, and I picked up 3 Star Wars books. So I got Star Wars The Cestus Deception with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Count Dooku.
Here, I'll put that big screen so people can see it better.
And I got it for $1. That was awesome.
Nice.
And then I got one of the New Jedi Order books, Balance Point, also for $1. And another New Jedi Order book, and it's Rebel Stand. And that one's got Han and Leia on the cover of it. And again, just $1. And the best thing is, no Legends banners.
Because you hate those legend banners.
I hate those Legends banners. It just it irks me. Anyway, those were pretty cool. I was really excited about that. But I'm super excited. So if you've been listening for a while, you might know that I happen to be a very big Kiss fan. The rock band Kiss, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley. Specifically those 4, the originals. I mean, I love every version of Kiss, but nothing beats the originals. And this week, they put out, this was a bootleg that had been going around in bootleg communities, Kiss communities for years.
Yeah.
And this is a 1976
There you go.
performance at Anaheim, California, at the Anaheim Stadium, and it's called Kiss Destroys Anaheim 7. And of course it's from the Destroyer tour, so it kind of has the Destroyer cover to it, but
the poster.
Yeah, and then the background is kind of the Anaheim stadium in a state of destruction and decay. So
nice.
Great concert. It was produced by Eddie Kramer, which is one of Kiss's legendary producers. He produced the Ace Frehley solo album. He produced Alive and Alive 2. So he originally recorded this in 76, and he came back in the studio to remaster the sound for it. Nice. And it sounds freaking amazing.
Does it? Nice. Okay.
I listened to it like 4 or 5 times yesterday. The cover is fantastic. The back cover has got their 1976 promo poster that they use where they're kind of in the Revolutionary War pose with Peter Criss with the head wound, and they got the flag above them and everything. And it was a great promo. I loved it, because 76 was our bicentennial. So
1776.
Right. So they played on that. So great cover. And then when you open it up, I love this in true Kiss fashion. The bottom portion of the tray where you put the disc has 4 solo shots of the band in concert from that concert. So that's just classic Kiss right there. Beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very, very good. If you are a fan of Kiss, particularly the original Kiss, Gene, Paul, Ace, and Peter, I would highly, highly recommend this. Good listening. All right. That's my game.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, let's do it's time to go into the main event. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's time for the main event. Okay. We are talking DC Lanterns. And we have saved it for the podcast. So we have not said anything to each other, I don't think. And
I did post in the chat a link. I was trying to test that out. If you haven't seen my post this week on Facebook, I had a couple posts. I had one kind of promoting the show, and here, let's show this real quick. Here, let me do a screen share.
Okay, I'll bring it up.
Okay,
there you go. Love it.
It's me in the Green Lantern outfit versus Ryan Reynolds in the Green Lantern outfit, and who wore it better. I've only had 3 votes so far, so if you're currently watching, you haven't voted, go vote, and we'll talk about this at the end of the episode. But so that was fun. and you'll have to just check out our oops. Sorry.
That's okay.
How did I get rid of it?
I'll get it.
There we go.
There you go. I got it covered. I got it.
I also got Steven and me in the Green Lantern outfit, and Steven in the Sinestro outfit for the thumbnail of this show. So that's also available on YouTube or on Facebook. You can look at that too.
Is it under the photos?
I think it is. If not, it should be under this episode.
Yeah, I don't see it in the photos. I see who wore it better.
Okay, maybe I should make the post. Here, I'll make the post real quick.
Oh, yeah. So everybody, have you seen, comment below if you've seen DC Lanterns yet with, we've got, of course, Hal Jordan, played by, Kyle Chandler. I'm trying to get that right. Television series. So, yeah.
I can't.
Kyle Chandler. Aaron Pierre is John Stewart. Nathan Fillion is Guy Gardner, but he hasn't shown up yet. He wasn't in the first episode. So I am looking forward to seeing how things occur in this story. So, Mike, how did you feel about the? Well, I guess. Oh, sorry, everybody. Kind of, we do our real quick review if we like it. What do we for the first episode, and then we'll probably come back and do the whole series once the whole series finishes in 2 months. But what should we use for our rating?
No, are you kidding?
No, I figured I knew what you say. You're right.
We're gonna use Green Lantern rings.
We're gonna do rings. Gosh darn it!
Rings. What the heck else would we do for this?
Right?
I guess we could do Green Lanterns, but I say we do the rings.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, here I'll. I don't have my screen share up. So Mike just posted the picture. Everybody.
Yes, I did.
And so that way it's there. So here's the picture.
Me is the Green Lantern. Steven is Sinestro.
Yeah,
that was by Steven's request, by the way.
It was, by golly.
I was a little surprised that you said, well, can you put me in the yellow? Okay.
Yeah, put me in the yellow. Let's see what happens.
And full disclosure, I did use it AI.
Oh, yeah, it's no problem. It's fun. It's a great tool. AI is a fun tool. It's great. So, right. Yeah, of course, everybody, if you haven't caught our AI episode, we did that last week where we had our friend of the show,
Mark Anthony Austin.
We had him on and had a great conversation because he is 100% into the Hollywood media creative side of things, and so we had a great discussion. So it was pretty good. So all right, so rings, obviously rings. So Mike, do you want to start or you want me to start with the
rating? Our rating?
Yeah, introductory rating before we go into spoilerific territory.
Okay, so I've been looking forward to this series for a while now. I'm a pretty big Green Lantern fan. I've been a Hal Jordan fan most of the time. Green Lanterns go. John, I like. He's okay. Guy, for the most part, I hate. He's kind of that Green Lantern you love to hate, that kind of thing.
That's what it's supposed to be, though, right? I think you told me that before.
Yeah. I mean, there's a story behind that too, and it all plays into his origin story too. But anyway, so I've been looking forward to this for a while, and the trailers came out, and I'm like, okay, not really seeing a lot of the suit, but all right, let's see how this is. It looks dark and gritty, but okay. All right, I'm up for it. I like dark and gritty. We can do this. And some Green Lantern stories are dark and gritty. Heck, you had the entire Darkest Night, storyline, which was huge and very dark, which is why it's called Darkest Night. But for the most part, I actually really enjoyed this first episode. I know there are people out there who are saying, that's not my Hal. But I look at it this way. We are seeing an older Hal Jordan, and we've seen older Hal Jordan in the comic books who becomes Parallax, who is grizzled, who is kind of a jerk. Sometimes Hal is a jerk. He's conceited, which he has all of those issues in this series. But then we also see a younger version of Hal. I won't explain how, who seems a little less grizzled as the older version. And I think that's appropriate. I'm like, okay, I think we're seeing different versions of Hal at different timelines. And I think we're eventually going to get the Hal we all like and enjoy at some point. May not be in the current timeline. It might be in a previous timeline, whatever. But I think he's there. John, the guy playing John, he's fantastic. He's very good.
He is good. I like him.
I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
And I've said, as far, I know Guy didn't make an appearance in this episode, but he will be coming up. And I've said before when we did our Superman review, Guy was actually kind of the highlight of the Superman movie, which was really weird, because I did not like the fact that we had Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner instead of Hal Jordan, because he voiced Hal Jordan in the cartoon series.
He was great.
Decades, man. And I loved him as Hal Jordan. So I'm still a little bit upset he's not Hal Jordan, but he did, as much as I hate Guy, he did a great job. It's so weird. I don't
Yeah.
get it. Anyway,
Yeah.
there are a few things that I could take away from this episode. So far, I'm not huge on Hal's suit, but we haven't seen a lot of it, and we haven't seen the full thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to see the full thing. But so far, I'm like, it's kind of iffy.
At least it's not green and animated.
Which
That's a callback to Deadpool.
Yeah, right. And Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
This is why I did the Who Wore It Better. If you haven't voted, please go vote on Who Wore It Better, me or Ryan Reynolds, because we're both wearing an AI suit. So anyway, I take off for the fact that I wasn't huge on the suit so far. And my other critique is not enough constructs yet. Constructs are the things they
create with the ring.
Mm-hmm. Just not enough yet, because man, there needs to be a lot more constructs in this. Pluses was I really liked the guy playing Hal Jordan, even though it's not Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Jon Stewart a lot, and I loved that we got an alien. Granted, he didn't look like an alien, but we find out there's an alien in the episode, so I was happy about that.
And that was done great.
It was.
By the way.
Oh, that was fantastic. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
So overall, I will give this 8 Green Lantern rings.
Nice. Okay. Great. I knew being 8 episodes, you know how I feel about something's getting drawn out, and I'm like, really 8 episodes or whatever. And I was like, well, let me give this a shot in that whole vein of, being an 8 episode kind of story. And I was thrown off just a little bit, but it's okay. But then the 1996, 2006, 2016 to 2026. And so how it's going to go back and forth in time, which is fine because it's saying that there's a story that lasts, over, 30, 40 years.
Right.
And then what's going on. I did enjoy the mystery of it all. I enjoyed the, what's going on kind of thing. I wish they had dropped 2 episodes rather than just one openly.
That would have been nice. Yeah.
And the dynamic between Hal Jordan Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart was really good because you've already seen from the trailers that relationship between the two of them is going to be interesting. But I didn't take it. I was gonna ask your opinion on this, and we may have to answer this question later. But I was like, is this like a curmudgeon Luke? Is this Hal Jordan, curmudgeon Hal Jordan kind of a thing, or is he just, or is it that he's just struggling with different things? And they bring out in the trailer, for the season, that Hal Jordan goes to see Sinestro. And he says, why don't you really name what he is? He's like, well, he's my replacement, And so I was like, okay, this is good storytelling because he's struggling with the aspect that he knows that this kid who he's training is going to be his replacement. But I do think where we see him kind of being a jerk, Hal Jordan being a jerk to Jon Stewart in some ways, that he is training him the best way he can. I'm not going to give you the answers. You got to figure it out, but I'm going to help guide you along the way. So I thought, okay, he's still doing due diligence. And I thought that was, once I accepted that, the scene with the interrogation scene with the alien, I was like, you kind of come into it as like, oh, is he an alien? Hal Jordan's like, I just got this feeling, which is great. And then he's talking with the alien, and then the alien starts quoting the Green Lantern
Yes.
oath, and I'm like, oh my goodness, he's right.
In brightest day, in darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Yeah, nicely done. So I've
been practicing all week.
Well, it paid off, so that was great. I am intrigued and I want to see more. And that's what you want out of that first episode. I was like, oh, it wasn't enough. I came away feeling it wasn't enough. I wanted a second season, which is a good sign that I'm like, okay, I think I'm probably going to like this. I hear it's being, and we'll need to talk about this too, the True Detective, which I have not seen. I've seen the first episode of True Detective, but I haven't seen any of the rest of the season
I've
or
never
anything like
seen
that.
that show. Yeah.
It's an HBO show, which I'm sure is going to pick up some other ones because everyone's trying to say it's like True Detective.
Okay.
So a gritty story that takes place over different time periods, but it's the same. It's a continuation of the story. So I give it an optimistic 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Sinestro rings.
I like it. I like it. Look, I am looking forward to Sinestro. Sinestro is a great character.
Yeah.
I am disappointed that it's not going to be Mark Strong.
Agreed.
Who we got in the original Green Lantern movie, and he was fantastic.
He was incredible. Incredible.
He looks perfect. Oh my gosh. But we've seen shots of the guy playing him, and he looks pretty darn good.
He does look good. I'm looking forward to it.
I am very much looking forward to that. Anyone who knows who Sinestro is, if you don't know who Sinestro is, he is a Green Lantern. He
was Hal Jordan's mentor, wasn't he?
He was Hal Jordan's mentor. And he does not agree with the Guardians. Of course, Hal doesn't agree with the Guardians a lot too. So he and Sinestro have some commonalities. We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But Sinestro ends up leaving the Corps because of his disagreements with the Guardians. To put it shortly. And then he ends up starting his own corps, which is the Yellow Lantern Corps. And yellow is based upon all the colors in the spectrum, in the lantern spectrum, are based on
emotions, right?
Emotions, right. So green is based on willpower, and yellow is based on fear, and red is anger, black is death. Yeah, that's all I know off the top.
Yeah, black doesn't come out until that's after. When is that? I had to go down the rabbit hole after last week.
That's Blackest Night.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's where it was introduced.
Yeah.
And I think that's a creation of Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns took over the Green Lantern. He took over the Flash back in the early 2000s, which Jeff Johns he's a great writer. He's done some amazing stuff with the Green Lanterns and with the Flash. So if you're looking for good stuff to read, go check out Jeff Johns' versions of Green Lantern and Flash. Not to say that there wasn't great stories of Green Lantern before Jeff Johns, because there have been, but yeah, he's pretty amazing. I don't know if he was involved in the making of the show or not. I haven't looked into it.
Did you end up watching or listening to the official podcast?
I didn't. I started it and then I was going to bed and then I never got back to it. Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I got the first half in.
Okay.
And it was intriguing. I think you would like it because Jeff Johns isn't in it, or he didn't have any part in it. But the one Tom King, is in there. And then the other two guys are not. They come from different backgrounds, and it's intriguing. They talk about each person, the three guys that are behind the show, their backgrounds and stuff, which is really good. They seem like generally pretty neat guys who probably behind the scenes are slave owners kind of a thing. I mean, in the aspect of you got to get this jet done, kind of a thing. But they have a certain affinity for the story. They really want to make this something special, not change it to whatever. They're trying to make it part of the canon. Well, it is. It's accepted as part of the canon, which is going to be intriguing. But we'll have to get into that.
It's accepted as the DCU canon. As far as I'm concerned, comic books are always number one. They are the first source of canon, in my opinion. You go to the comic books first. As far as I'm concerned, the movies and TV shows, yeah, that's just that's just other stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Now, it doesn't mean we can't
yeah.
enjoy them. I'm just saying
right.
that's not where I get my canon from. So
Not my
Canon
canon.
comes from-
Hashtag not my canon.
yeah, not my canon.
Yeah.
That's right. Anyway,
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna move into like spoilerific territory, everybody, and also move into kind of some conjecture on some things of where the show may go. So if you have not seen it and you want to go see it, or watch it, please, come back and interact with us on the show and make sure you put in comments. If you don't care about spoilers or conjectures and stuff, hey, hang with us. We I think it's going to be an interesting aspect because I have a lot of questions for Mike, everybody. So
I hope I can answer them.
well, yeah. So I'm going to put up on the thing. We're in spoilerific territory just to give everybody the heads up on that. So real quick, let's catch up on some stuff here real quick. Some comments. Sam. Hey, Sam. He goes, hello. It's been a long time. Good to catch the show. Glad to have you with us, man. It's been a while. Oh, he asked, did Kiss leave any survivors?
Hell no. Kiss destroyed everything.
That's right. Just in case you don't get it, you said Kiss destroyed.
I got it. Oh, what happened? Oh no. Oh, am I live and Steven's gone? Okay. I had to make sure which of us was still alive and which one of us wasn't, but it looks like Steven has conked out on us. So while there
that was me. So we both disappeared.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, I could hear Brenda watching it, so I knew I was still live.
Oh, good. Okay, so then I disappeared.
And then Drew just confirmed it's me. Or no, he just said hi, Mike. Okay, maybe
hi, Mike.
Hi, Drew. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. It says she said Steven is frozen. So
hey, Drew, go vote on who wore it better, me or Ryan Reynolds.
Nice. So sexy. Kelly goes, it was a reference to Steven, FYI.
Okay.
Yes.
Drew
confirms Mike stayed on. So that was weird.
So
just like a little blip. I fell off. Huh.
Yeah, that was strange.
All right. Oh, here it goes. Drew says it.
Worry better. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. All right. Oh, and one last thing. I don't want to miss this one. Brenda said, anything Nathan Fillion does is fantastic. I would concur. Have you seen, for those out there, have you seen Nathan Fillion in Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
No, I haven't watched it.
He plays Captain Hammer.
Yeah, I know about it. I just don't know if I can watch that.
That's all right. That's okay.
I don't know. That's not my cup of tea there. But I do love him in Firefly.
Firefly was fantastic.
Awesome.
Yes.
And Brenda's a big fan of The Rookie, which he's currently the star of that. And yeah. I watch it off and on with her. He's good in that, but yeah, the show to me is like, it's okay. It's not terrible. It's not great in my opinion, but she loves it. So, but yeah, other than that,
cool. All right, back to lanterns. All right, yes. Here we go. DC Lanterns. All right, everybody, we are hitting spoilerific territory. We're going to talk about all things and conjectures, and I'm just going to call it out right now. We're just going to start off with this. Do you think at the very end of the first episode, we see like a frozen Hal Jordan with a bullet hole in his brain or in his head?
Sitting in the exact same spot, in the exact same position he was sitting when John showed up in Nebraska.
Yes.
Do I think that's really Hal Jordan? No, I don't think it's actually Hal Jordan.
Hashtag not my Hal Jordan.
We may have to create that hashtag. It's probably already created. I'm sure it is.
Right. We should have that meme where it's a picture of him, the picture with the bullet hole, and then hashtag not my Hal.
That would be pretty funny. The reason I don't believe it is because it was already stated in the episode that we have aliens among us and they can make themselves look like anything or anybody, which we also learned that in the episode when Hal is interrogating the
The
alien,
alien. Yeah.
which was a
It-
fantastic scene, by the way.
Oh, it was a great scene.
Oh my God,
It was wonderful.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know why an alien would make himself look like Hal, but I think that maybe an alien. I don't really think it's Hal. Besides that, why would they kill off our main character in the very first episode of the season? It just
Yeah.
it doesn't compute with me. You know, I don't get it.
hmm
But yeah, so that's my answer. I don't think it's really Hal.
Yeah. I don't either. We do know from the trailers that they are talking about manhunters, and this is a question I had for you with the manhunters. Tell me about the manhunters a little bit, and is this different than the Martian manhunter?
Yes, it is different than the Martian Manhunter.
Okay.
Manhunters were created by the Guardians. They were basically the precursor to the Green Lantern Corps. But it's been a long time since I read it. I should have studied up a little bit more this week, and I'm guilty.
Oh,
of
you didn't know I was going to ask you these deep dive questions. Sorry.
Yeah.
I should have given you a heads up.
No,
I
it's-
had lots of questions.
It's okay. But they were the precursor to the Corps, and the Lanterns or the Manhunters. The Guardians basically lost control of the Manhunters, and the Manhunters
Mhm.
just basically went on a killing spree. They kind of
Wasn't it the issue that they decided that the problem was organic life or something like that people were the problem, and
something
so
like that.
kind of
And-
like what we get with AI today or Skynet.
Oh,
you know.
maybe AI is the Manhunters. They're created by the Guardians. Oh man, we are screwed because the Manhunters are tough. They are very tough. And I'm looking forward to actually seeing a manhunt. We get a glimpse of one in the one trailer, which is kind of cool from the back. You know,
Mhm.
that's all they'll show you. That was my question. The alien that we meet in the episode, was he a manhunter or was he a different kind of alien?
Right. Yeah. Real quick, everybody. Michelle's in the house. Hi, Michelle. I wanted to know who is sexy. That made me curious of what movie series you were talking about. Sexy piques my interest, even in a geeky sense.
Either one
That
of
was-
us, anything like that.
that was Kelly commenting on the Stephen Michael premiere review cover. I was in the yellow suit. Mike was in the green suit. So
Nice.
you did a great job on those, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was good.
I mean, it was generated through Gemini, but it took several prompts to get what I really
Right?
wanted out of it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because the first prompt I did with just me, I started with mine, and I was like, give me a Green Lantern mask and a Green Lantern, I was wearing the ring, but I said to make my ring glow.
Yeah.
And everything. And it gave me a mask, but I wasn't real fond of it. I'm like, I don't know if I like this. Okay. And then I got a little more specific with the mask. I said, give me a Green Lantern domino style mask, to be a lot more specific. And it got better. And then I was like, okay. And then it had big, wide eye holes that were open. And I'm like, okay, I want something kind of like Batman, because Batman's eyes are covered in white, every time you see him in the comic books.
Uh-huh.
And so I tried that, and I was like, you know what? Give me green lenses in it. And then I was like, there we go. I like that. So then I had a good starting point, and then I told it to give me a costume, and it put me in that costume. I thought the costume looked really cool. I really liked that.
Yeah.
And then yours, man, it took a lot to get yours correct.
Oh, did it really?
Yes. But I finally got one that I liked.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then I sent it to you for your approval and stuff.
I loved it.
I showed it to my friend Jonathan at work, and he's like, What's Steven going to say when he sees this? I go, Steven already saw it. He loved it. So I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So Brenda says green is Michael's color. I also think Michael is sexy in the outfit.
I do have green eyes. So
Nice. Yes. Yes. Okay. So Manhunters. We were talking briefly. When we see the person change, I thought it was a Martian Manhunt, the Martian Manhunter kind of a thing is what I thought.
No.
So
no, Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter is a Martian, and these are not Martians. That's the difference.
Yeah.
And Martian Manhunter is a what color Martian is he? He's a green Martian, and then there are white Martians also.
okay.
So, and white Martians are generally bad, and green Martians are generally good. So
Okay.
that's a whole different.
Whole different thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was my thing for you. I was just like, is there a difference? So that helps. Thank you.
It's probably good that you bring that up, because some people who may be slightly into DC, they may get confused between Manhunters and Martian Manhunter, and the fact that that's his name, Martian Manhunter. I really don't know why they call him Martian Manhunter exactly, because I'm not huge up on the whole Martian Manhunter storyline. It's just not my favorite thing. I liked him in the Justice League cartoons, the animated series. I thought he was great in that. But I never really followed him in the comic books, so I don't know a whole lot about his lore, just from what I've gotten from the animated series. That's all I know about his lore. So, and we all know that I don't consider that canon. I consider the comic books canon. So
yes, right on. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. There was another part in the episode that I found intriguing. Not just the end, like, oh, is he really dead or not? And like, nah, they're not going to kill him off, kind of a thing.
that's what I think.
How did you think he was, like, right at the very beginning when Hal Jordan jumps out of the car and like, okay, here's the ring. Give me your thoughts on that whole sequence.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
Okay.
So to set this up, Hal is beginning to train John Stewart, and hi Angie. Angie
Hi, Angie.
Hal's he's starting to train John Stewart, and Hal is driving along in the car, which is funny because Hal picks John up, and Hal is just trying to piss John off. That's all.
Right. He's testing him. Yeah.
He's like, I'm late, and John's like, yes, sir. And he goes, well, don't you want to know why I'm late? And John's just like, not really. Well, I was off in space fighting aliens. And then he's talking about these aliens and stuff.
Peace treaty and stuff.
Right. And John's just acting like he really doesn't care, And the whole time Hal's like, come on, this doesn't piss you off? This would piss me off,
Yeah, just egging him.
Right, just egging him on. Right. And every time he asked John something, John would look at him and say, no, sir. Yes, sir. And Hal goes, how come every time you say, yes, sir, it feels more like F you?
Yeah.
And Hal looks at him and goes, I don't know, sir.
Yeah.
So they pretty much established their relationship right off the bat. And I think it's funny. I like it. I think Hal is just, okay. John is supposed to be a Marine, and that's the thing I think is interesting. My carpool buddy currently is a retired Marine, and I've heard of the crap that he's went through in the Marines, and so far Hal hasn't really done anything. Maybe the dropping the car off the cliff, maybe that was a little steep, but I'll bet you my carpool buddy could tell me even crazier stories than that. So I don't think what Hal's doing so far is anything too extreme, for a Marine. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't wimp out on us, and you got to take what he's giving you, and I think he is.
He is. Yeah.
When he talks to the sheriff, he says, I have a lot of respect for him. So I think he is taking the higher Marine attitude to this, and
Mhm.
you know, he's looking at it like, oh, this is just like hazing in the Marine Corps, you know,
Mm.
no different. So,
Mm.
so I like their relationship. I think it's really good.
Mhm.
But getting back to the car, sorry, I squirreled off there.
Nope, that's all important. That's all part of it. Yeah, go ahead.
So at one point, Hal just looks at him and says, "There's a taco stand about 3 miles up the road. I'll see you there." And he puts the ring on the dash and jumps out of the car as the car is moving. And Hal was the one driving. And
Mhm.
you see the car, and the car is like it's like a Buick Regal or something like that. Beautiful car too. It was a waste of a car, man.
Right? It's like,
It really was.
what?
Fully restored Buick Regal, I believe it was. Really, really nice car. Anyway, and the car goes flying off the cliff, and you can just see John's face where he's going, "Oh,
Yeah. Right?
and he grabs the ring, and the car falls, and boom, explodes. And then we cut to Hal at the taco joint, and who people are buying him food and stuff like this. Hal is loved by the public, which
Yeah.
is comic book accurate, by the way.
Mhm.
He is loved.
Oh, he's hamming it up with everybody too. Pictures, selfies.
I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Come on.
Absolutely.
Especially if
Abso-freaking-lutely.
they had a ring. Man, heck
Yeah.
yeah. That would be awesome. But anyway, so then all of a sudden John comes walking up, and he's like, "You're an asshole."
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So there's one thing he mentioned I was going to ask you about. You may or may not know, but he talks about Phelan. He was on Phelan with a peace treaty. That was why he was saying he was late,
Yes.
because he was partying up with them. Is there a story that deals with that you're aware of already in the comics, that it's like an Easter egg or something?
I was not aware of that at all, and I watched Emergency Awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. We love ourselves some Emergency Awesome.
And he said no, that was made up just for the show. That
Okay.
that was not a current storyline or a past storyline. They just
Okay.
completely made that up for the show. It would have, it probably would have been better if they would have found an actual Green Lantern storyline to refer to. That way you can go back and pick up the comic book. I think,
Yeah.
guys, you start using your marketing brains, would you? Because that's
Get
what
some
I would.
tie-ins. People are gonna. Well, I think that's just the thing. People are going to start. We're going to see. I would imagine there's going to be a surge of people who are going to go to the comics. I mean, I would love to see this whole season turn into the beginning of the Parallax story.
I've heard that the movies almost never boost the comic books. That's what I've heard in the past. I don't know if that's still true today.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I was always of the same assumption that, when a movie comes out, people are going to go out and pick up the comic books and stuff like that. But generally, the ones who already read the comic books, they're the ones who are going to be picking up the comic books.
Mhm.
They don't, from what I've heard, they don't pick up a lot of new readers from the movies and the comics, which could be why a lot of times they don't tend to follow the storylines in the movies and TV shows, because they're like, well, what's the point? They don't read the comic books anyway.
Or they wouldn't get the references, or they wouldn't understand if they're watching it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. real quick. Brenda says, I really think his way of training, quote unquote training, is sink or swim. And Brenda says reluctantly training.
She's saying that John's reluctant. I disagree.
No. I think Hal may be reluctant because he probably really his replacement.
Right. Gotcha. I mean, John's been preparing for this since he was a kid. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't like his dad.
Well, yeah.
His dad's messed up. There's something wrong with that guy.
You know me with kids and stuff, and that was starting to turn me off.
Yeah.
Everybody, there's a sequence where they're watching the young John Stewart is watching TV. He's not supposed to be. They give that indication because Dad's coming home, but he's watching Hal Jordan. And but what's interesting is Dad goes, "Do you know his name?" And he said Hal something. And then, but being in trouble, he takes him out to the backyard.
Well,
puts an apple on his head.
Think he's in trouble. You think he's
You
in
think
trouble.
he's in trouble, but he's aiming a gun at his son to shoot the apple off his head, and he asks, "Are you afraid?" And he's like, "No, sir, I'm not afraid." And then he shoots the apple, and the apple splatters behind. But when he moves, you see all the bullet holes. It's like, how they mark kids as they grow up. You put that little line in the date. That's what that reminded me of all these bullet holes, all the way up. And I was like, I'm not so sure about this kind of thing. But I guess his dad was preparing him, because now I'm coming back to that walk. The walk from the crash car to the taco place, two things happen. He calls his dad, and his dad is pretty much telling him, hang in there. So you realize there's this connection where his dad was probably something his dad knew and prepare him about being the next Green Lantern.
Correct.
From early on. And two, we get the stored consciousness of
Hal Jordan.
of Hal that comes into play.
And I believe that is I believe the stored consciousness of the Green Lanterns is correct to the Green Lantern lore.
Okay.
I don't know about Hal's dad. I mean, about John's dad, because I'm not huge up on John Stewart outside of the Justice League animated series, because I didn't read a lot of his books and stuff. So I can't confirm or deny whether this whole thing was just made up for the television series, or if this is a thing in the comic books. But yeah, when he did that, I was like, I don't know if I like this. I don't know. It seemed weird to me. I'm not a big fan of this whole shooting the apple off his head with a gun. It's just, I don't know. It's just strange. I don't get it. I get it. I get the fact that he is supposed to be toughening him up, but I just don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it.
So no, John Stewart's harsh, abusive father and his childhood fearless training regimen, in HBO series Lanterns are not accurate to the comic book.
Okay.
In the comics, John Stewart grew up in Detroit as an architect and a former U.S. Marine. His father, an apathetic or working-class carpenter, postal worker, depending on the run, was never depicted as a drill sergeant-style abuser, grooming him to be a cosmic police officer. Okay. John's core traits, his discipline, willpower, and fearlessness stemmed from his own military background, architecture career, and personal inner strength, not a bizarre childhood trauma involving shooting objects off his head.
Right. Now, I did know that John was a former Marine in the comic books, and he was an architect in the comic books, which they say being the architect helps him make the very complex constructs that he will later create in this.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, his are extremely complex, being the fact that he was an architect. The only thing I don't like about John's background is he's a vegan.
Oh.
Somehow, I don't think that fits a Marine either.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. With all the calories you have to eat.
Yeah, I think they got, and I think he was a vegan in the comic books too. And I don't know. I just think they got that part wrong. I don't think he should have been a vegan, but
I watched just real quick side note. I watched this little clip, a reel where this lady was like, she had been a vegan for 16 years and she was going to eat meat. Her husband was there, cooked a steak for her, and it was her decision. And she goes, and she's like really nervous about taking a bite. I mean, really, obviously very nervous. And then she cuts up, and he cooked a good steak because you could see the nice pink and stuff in it. She takes a bite and she starts crying. And he's like, very compassionate husband. He's like, "Oh, honey, are you okay?" and stuff. And she's going, "It's so good."
Yes. Join us, meat eaters.
Oh gosh,
I'll drink to that one.
Yeah. Angie asks this question: should I watch it? Was hesitant about it.
I mean, I think if you're a Green Lantern fan, you should watch it. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And even if you're not a Green Lantern fan, I'd say give it a chance, give it a try. I think it's good. I enjoyed it. But
I enjoyed it. I'm gonna watch it every Sunday night. It took the place on HBO. Everybody, where
do you think I'm going to watch it?
yeah, I think you're gonna watch it. I would say this: I'm intrigued by it. It took the place of House of Dragon because the House of Dragon ended, so now it's taking the same time slot as House of Dragon, which that's a whole nother subject. Anyway, so but I'm looking forward to, because I'm intrigued by the concept where they keep referring to it as a true detective. So for me, we're going to get a good mystery throughout this whole thing. Who's who, what's what, what's happening, what's going on. And I hope they don't draw that out too much, but I like it so far. I'm like, okay, what's the story? What's the mystery? Now, two things I want to bring up Angie says, she goes, I mean, I was never a huge fan, but I never hated it. So it may be a good intro in it. I don't think it'll be too they're on a budget, so I would imagine there's not going to be that much of the green constructs probably happening here at the beginning.
Man, I hope there's more.
There'll be more. I'm sure there will be.
I want to see bigger construct. Okay, these are the things I want in it. Number one, I want the Manhunters. I know they're coming. I'm looking forward to that. I want other aliens, though, and I want alien Green Lanterns. And I want the Guardians. I want the Blue Guardians. I know we get a Guardian in episode 2, but she's disguised as a human.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the big Blue Guardians. That's what I want to see. And I want more constructs. Those are the things I want out of this show.
Let's talk about the constructs we do get in the show. We get one. He did a pretty good job of a counterfeit $20 bill into a machine, which is pretty funny.
He used to piss off somebody to get into a fight, to get arrested, to try and talk to the alien.
Yeah, and of course the cop, the one lady cop, she like saw it a mile away, knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh yeah,
so he put him in a broom closet so he couldn't talk to the guy. But then they give him the chance.
And then John goes, "I told him it was a stupid idea." She goes, "You should have told him louder."
Yeah. Yep. We also saw him create a bottle cap opener.
That was funny.
Beer. That was a good one. Because he was like playing around, and then you see John Stewart just kind of roll his eyes, kind of thing.
Now John Stewart created one, but we didn't get to see it because when
that's correct. The car went over. He asked him, because here Hal Jordan's like, I'm so curious. What did you create?
And he goes, bubble wrap, and Hal's like, oh my god,
right. I created bubble wrap, so we didn't get to see the bubble wrap, but that was good.
I would have liked to have seen that. That would have been cool. But
that would have been
okay.
Yeah, and then the other thing. So speaking of constructs, and the other question I had for you is, he creates the construct of a bubble out around the guy they were investigating, the alien, who talks about, hey, it's wired within me, this neutron bomb or whatever. And,
are you beeping?
Yeah.
And then the sheriff's like, should we go? And John goes, it's too late.
It's too late. Yeah.
I mean, he would know that as Marine too.
He would.
I was like, that makes sense. That tracks.
But he goes, the alien said this, and I wanted your input on this. He said, why are you here? And he finally answers, he said, vengeance.
Vengeance, yeah.
And I'm like, what?
I don't know. Maybe he's a manhunter, because I know the manhunters they're trying to kill all the lanterns. So it may be a manhunter. I hope he was a manhunter. See, we didn't get to find out what kind of alien he was.
Yeah, because they mentioned the show they're like 14 or 16. There's 16 different aliens.
He knew the oath too.
He did, which was the great moment of Hal is right.
That was so funny. The whole time she's like, oh, he's so full of crap. It's not an alien. It's just, Joe Schmo redneck.
We've done all the scans.
Right. We've done all the scans. And Hal's like, they can make themselves look perfectly like humans, and everything. So Hal starts asking him all these questions since it was in Nebraska. He's like, okay, so it's Nebraska. It was at a football game, and what it was is there were 4 people, I think 4 people
There was 4.
who were gunned down at the football game. And anyway, he's like, so you like football, huh? So what was the first, I don't remember, like quarterback for the Nebraska Huskers? And he's like, as a Nebraska football fan, you should know this. And I think he knew it.
Yeah, he seemed to know all the answers.
Yeah,
but
he seemed to know them all. And then what was it? He tripped
Harry
up.
Potter.
Yeah, that was funny. By the way, Harry Potter went to Hogwarts. You should have known that. There was like 21 freaking movies.
Yeah. Which is a Warner Brothers movie, which is Warner Brothers DC.
No, there was only like 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. I loved when he was interrogated. And when he got to that point and the aliens started making weird
beeping noises.
Well, not just beeping noises. He started making weird responses.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he did that, the sheriff goes, oh, shit.
Right.
He's right.
Yeah.
I think she was more upset that Hal was right than the fact that he was an alien.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like, oh gosh, we're never going to hear the end of this now.
Right. It's like, oh, this is just going to feed into his ego. And yeah. It will.
It will.
Yes,
it will.
So I liked it. I thought it was good. I really. How do you feel about the buddy cop element?
I am intrigued by it. At first, I didn't want to get, as I referenced earlier, I was like, oh man, we got Hal Jordan. He's older. Is this going to be a curmudgeon Luke kind of a thing? But then I began to realize
he's quite the curmudgeon.
He's not.
He's not curmudgeon, but I don't think he's quite as curmudgeon as Jake Skywalker.
Yeah, right. Everybody, if you don't know the reference, Mike says that's not hashtag not my Luke.
Oh, no. That's Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill refers to him as Jake Skywalker. That's not me. That's not me. I'm taking that from Mark.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I began to realize that they've given him a complicated character right now, Hal Jordan. And I think that's good because it can lead, if they're trying to be part of the DCU canon, and one of the biggest stories of all that you shared with me about Green Lantern is where he becomes Parallax.
Mm-hmm. I need more rings so I can do that.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Which is a comic book cover, everybody. There's a comic book cover where Hal Jordan has all these rings on his.
Let's see if I can find it real quick.
And so the I like the relationship, so I think the buddy cop thing is going to work really well, each in their own right.
Oh, I got it. I got the picture.
Oh, good. Oh, here, I'll get the share your screen, and I'll get it up here. Screen share.
Hold on, use.
So I'm looking forward.
Come on.
That's fine. I'm looking forward to the big. How shall I say this? The buddy cop situation of how they.
I thought you disappeared for a second. Sorry.
Oh, I may have. Did you get it up?
Yeah, I got it. There we go.
There it is. Yeah.
And that's leading into Hal becoming Parallax, and he becomes the bad guy, actually. So, I mean, there's a possibility that's the way that's the route they could have taken for this. Parallax was the bad guy in the Ryan Reynolds movie too, but it wasn't Hal. And I hated that Parallax, by the way. That was just a terrible version of Parallax. Just was not good. That was probably the worst thing.
The one in the Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, in the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. That's what brought that
Ryan Reynolds,
in my opinion. I know everyone complains about the CG, but number one, that was how many years ago? The CG, they were still perfecting it and such. And they used a lot of it. It's hard not to when you got all aliens. It's just like Hal says in the episode, because John asks him, "So have you ever talked to any of the other lanterns?" And he looks at him and laughs. He goes, "What are you talking about? They're freaking aliens, every one of
Yeah.
them. There's one of them that's a squirrel, for God's
Squirrel.
sake."
You're right.
And that's true. That's true. One of them is. It's a squirrel. So, yeah, maybe they are heading up to this crazy Green Lantern, this crazy Hal Jordan that we see in the picture there. So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be disappointed as long as they do it right. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe we'll have to review the Parallax storyline.
Yeah. Yeah. Angie says, got to run, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Have a great rest of your show. Thank you much. Thanks, Angie. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Join us. All right.
So, well, we're getting to the point to wrap up anyway, but
Megan
anything else you wanted to bring up?
Megan was going to join us for this episode. She did watch this, and Megan was a big fan of the Green Lantern animated series. If you haven't seen it and you can find it, because I don't think that one's on HBO Max, unfortunately. It's kind of a 3D rendered. It's sort of in the style of Batman animated and Justice League animated, but it's more 3D animated instead. But it's similar art style to it. And I think there was only 2, maybe 3 seasons of it. But I thought that was a really good animated series of the Green Lanterns, and you had Hal Jordan in it, of course. I don't remember if Guy ever made an appearance.
Let me see. Green Lantern. It's on Apple TV, Fandango, and Prime Video. So it's probably something you have to.
You might have
purchase.
to.
It's called the Green Lantern, the animated series.
Yes, but it's a good series. I would also recommend Emerald Knights. That's a good animated movie. I think Steven and I both reviewed that. And then there's the Hal Jordan one too. I mean, the John Stewart one also. And I think we also reviewed that too. I might have to put those links in. I might have to link that to this episode.
Yeah.
I'll have to find those. We did those long time ago though. And then you and I also did, I think, a Kofi special on the movie.
I think we did. We consider it classic. Season 1, there was 26 episodes.
26 episodes, which could be
Season 1.
Yeah. Oh, that's season 1. Okay. All right.
There's only one season.
Okay, there was only one season. I was very
disappointed
when it ended because it was pretty good. And they had a red lantern on it that was cool. And he and Hal actually kind of become sort of buddies, which is weird because red lanterns and green lanterns don't get along.
Right.
Rage and willpower do not go together. Just ask Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Right.
I'd say that's a good example.
That's a great example. That's funny.
Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Yeah.
Don't try it, Red Lantern. I have the high ground.
Yeah. That's those moments where you go, Did you know my father, Ben? He's like, well, yes, I cut off his legs and his arm.
Left him to die burning.
Yep.
He smelled like barbecue. Every time I'm at the grill, I go, hey, that sounds like Anakin. Anyway.
Right on. All right. Well, we're wrapping it up, everybody. Anything else about the show you want to bring up and discuss?
Oh, I was trying to tell you. Megan did watch the show, though, and she wanted to join us, but she had a headache, so she just didn't feel up to join us.
No, it's okay. I understand the headaches. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, me too. Everybody in this house does so.
Yep.
Anyway, no, the only thing I'll say is so far I like it. And I like this better than the Superman movie. I think it's much more
really.
Cheers.
Ooh, much more better. Cheers.
And as much as I don't like Guy Gardner, I do like Nathan Fillion's portrayal of Guy Gardner. So I'm looking forward to seeing 3 Green Lanterns, hopefully in costume with the rings, and fighting some big bad Martian, or not Martian, big bad Manhunter. See, now you got me doing it.
Sorry.
Anyway, I mean, that's an easy mistake.
Yeah. It's all good.
It's almost natural to say Martian Manhunter after you've watched the Justice League animated series for so long. It just kind of rolls off the tongue.
It does. It does. All right. Well, with that, everybody, hey, thanks for joining us here on Two Geeks and a Microphone. Glad you hung out with us. If you made it this far, please check out our website at www.twogeeksmic.com. That's the number 2, GEEKSMIC.com. There you'll find all things Two Geeks. On there, you can also check out our merch page. You can get to it from there, but I'll go straight to twogeeksmicmerch.com. And then also you can get to our Ko-fi page, which is ko-fi.com/2geeks, number 2 GEEKS. We have a $1 tier, $2 tier, and $3 tier. It's kind of like Patreon, where we do extra stuff. And as Mike said at the beginning of the show, we just released, or we're finished releasing it today, episode 5 of our Lone Wolf series. We finish out, we do the third act, or the big battle at the end, and it's pretty good. We had a good time doing it, and so that's Flight from the Dark. Yep, the first book of the Lone Wolf series, which is 32 books, or I think it's going to end up being 33 books actually, and but we just did the first one. We really enjoyed it, so we've got a character created, and it's a single-person role-playing game, which is a lot of fun. If you want to reach out to us, please reach out to us. Best way to do it is by email, is show@twogeeksmike.com. And Mike actually keeps tabs on that pretty well, even more than his own personal email, which is kind of funny and all. All right, there you go, Mr. Mike.
All right. So with all that said, please make sure and go and like and subscribe to us on the socials. I try to be active on Instagram and Facebook quite a bit, mainly Facebook, but I do share the love over there on Instagram too. But anyway, over there you'll find that I will make some very geeky, nerdy posts. Could be character anniversaries, or character profiles, or sometimes funny memes. I might or might not steal them. Let's face it, we all do. All's fair in comic books and war, right? Or love and war, or however that saying goes. All right. But anyway, most of all, I usually post when we go live. And speaking of going live, we go live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do the math on the rest, because I don't like math. And we are live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or I do that all the time. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, in which the Rumble link is working today. So,
yay!
No,
right
we're not live. We're not live on Twitter.
No,
I'd have to pay a lot more for that. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, we're on a budget, folks.
Yeah, boy, are we! It's going to take a lot more Ko-fi subscribers to make that happen.
Right.
Anyway, all right.
Oh, goodness.
Any last words? Funny anecdotes.
Sometimes you say antidotes. I love it.
I know.
Right on.
All right. Please do not Steven skip this episode, because we are much more better than the rest. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,